Hello there. In this video we're going to do some multiplying and dividing of rational functions. And as always, I think you should begin these problems by factoring. Numerator in that one's a difference of squares. And we got that plus 5 and minus 4. At top, that's going to be 6 and negative 4. And in the bottom, negative 1, negative 6, that's going to be negative 3 and positive 2. Okay, so now instead of multiplying everything in the numerator together and getting some quartic, multiplying everything in the denominator and getting some quartic, and then trying to factor those quartics, this is multiplication, and actually multiplication and division, once you convert it to a multiplication problem, is much simpler than the addition and subtraction of powered rational functions, because you can start to cancel across the terms. So there's an x plus 2 in the numerator and an x plus 2 in the denominator. Those will cancel out, and there's a plus 4 and a minus 4. So your new numerator is simply going to be these two, and your new denominator is simply going to be those two. So the top's going to be that, and the bottom, and there we go. That's our reduced equivalent expression. Now we lost a tiny bit of detail here because of our canceling of these. These were actually domain errors in the original problem, but in here, if I stick in a 4, I would actually get something. So we're on the side here going to mention that x cannot equal positive 4, nor can it equal negative 2. Now, we also get domain errors at negative 5 and positive 3, but this equation here is still picking up on those, so I don't need to mention those off on the side. This is the detail that I lost when we went from here over here. Okay, the division problem. This one has a compound effect as a division problem, and these numbers here are a lot crazier. So we can choose, do we want to factor it first or address the fact that it's division? And let's factor it first. Okay, so a bunch of RS method stuff here. Multiply to negative 24, add to negative 2, and that's going to be negative 6 and 4. Beginning the process here. Okay, so I can see here that the top for this one is going to be 4x minus 3 times a 2x plus 1. We'll do this next one here. Holy moly, 25 and negative 12. Well, that's a 5, a 5, a 2, a 3, and another 2. Kind of hard to read here. Multiply together to be positive 5. Holy moly. Okay, so that's negative. 25 minus 12 is not 5. Guessing. Let's see here. Could get up to 50. Nope. Let's see here. 5 times 2 times 3, 30 minus 10. Nope. 6. Here, 4. 20 minus 15. That's going to do it. Okay, so the 20, that is 2 times 2 times 5, and the other one is 5 times 3. Or 20 and 15. Okay, so that one took a little bit of time there. Don't know if they're going to be this involved for you. 25x squared plus 20x minus 15x minus 12. Factor out of 5x, 5x plus 4. Factor out of 3 minus 3, and 5x plus 4. So that one comes together to be 5x plus 4 and 5x minus 3. Okay, so there's going to be this division here. Actually, should we flip it for the time being? No, we'll still do division. No, let's change it to multiplication. Can't make up my mind. So when I'm multiplying, what's going to happen is, actually let's make that red. These two are going to flip with each other. And Usually these kinds of problems, this is kind of a meta call, I guess you could say. Usually these kinds of problems, something, this one's going to go down to the bottom, something in here, which will now be in the bottom, is actually going to match with one of these two. So we could do a little bit of wishful thinking and try to guess what the matching one's going to be. So let's guess that it's 2x plus 1. Now I got to get up to 12, so I'm going to have to multiply by 6x. And I have to get a negative 6 at the end, so that's going to be a minus 6. And what happens in here is I get minus 12. Okay, so that's not going to work. Not going to work. Scratch that. Oops. I can't even erase on this thing. Can I erase? Nope, can't erase. Okay, scratch that. So I know that it's not going to be 2x plus 1, so let's guess with the other one, 4x minus 3. Now I got to get up to 12, so that's going to be 3x. I got to get to minus 6, so that's going to be minus 2. And when I do the middle part here, I get minus 8 and minus 9. Oh, wait a second, it's a plus 2. Got to be negative 6. Okay. Okay, so positive 8 minus 9, and that's going to hit the negative 1. Okay, so that's the right factorization. And we can actually do the same thing. That's what happens when you don't cut. The same thing for the bottom one. So this part here is now going to the top. I think it's going to cancel with this thing. It's got to start with a 5x something, so the other one's going to be 2x. Now, the question is, do I think it's 5x plus 4 or 5x minus 4? And I got to get to a 3. So one of these is going to have a 3. Oh, wait, am I looking at the right thing? One of these is going to have a 3. The only way to get 3 is 3 and 1, so it's got to be 5x minus 3, and that's going to be a plus 1. Double check this. 10x squared plus 5x minus 6x. That's the minus 1x, and there's the minus 3. Okay, so we were able to factor that one. It started off pretty painful with some RS, but then you can do a little bit of guessing that, I mean, you could do RS on this stuff again. So I broke this into some parts here where you're multiplying, you change that division to multiplication, and you flip these. I would have broken that out a little bit more, but, well, video's already getting pretty long. So, what happens? That cancels with that. Lovely. This cancels with this. Equally lovely. And your numerator, wow, that's 2x plus 1 times another 2x plus 1. That's going to be 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 all over. There are no more factors, so I don't have to worry about that. 15x squared. And then the outside here, I'm getting 10. The inside, I'm getting 12, so that's plus 22x plus 8. Now, the detail that we lost is actually really interesting in these. So we did some cancellation, and that was happening here and here. So we lost the detail of 3/5. We also lost the detail of 3/4. But in the original one before the flip, like when that was the original denominator, we lost this detail too. So that one is, boop, what's that, 3/5? Oh, we have that one. That was the one that canceled. Oh, but this one, yeah, that one was also, this is all kind of above and beyond. That negative 1/2 was also a domain error in the original one. Okay, this one got quite long. I probably should have turned it into 2 videos, but the multiplication one wasn't that bad. Thanks for watching. Character and Scholarship for Life.